Hey folks, this is Mark Devine. Welcome back to Mark's Daily Brief. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing these. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And thanks for working on yourself. It is important and it makes a difference. Today's theme is how to be a first responder. I mean, we have so many first responders who are out, really busting their butts for us with COVID-19 and any other crisis that happens. And, a lot of times our attitude is that, it's their job to be the one to be responding all the time. And in certain circumstances that is true. But I have a different position. I feel like all of us should learn how to be first responders so that we're not victims or we're not caught in a crisis unprepared. So first, to begin to have the mindset of a first responder requires us to shift into that attitude that whenever a crisis occurs, we're not going to wait, right, for some other badged first responder. We're going to do what we can that's appropriate, given our limitations and within the law, to do something about it, right? And you could see many different scenarios where this would play out. I remember the story about a couple Marines. Now, these guys are combatant warriors, but they're sitting on a train in France, and they saw a couple individuals who looked suspicious go into the restroom on the train. And so they're like, what's up? They decided to be first responders. And so they got up and positioned themselves outside the bathroom door. And sure enough, these two guys came out wielding AK-47s, and they were going to go through the train and kill everyone. And the first responders, these two Marines, young Marines, took them down right there, saved everybody's lives. That's the mindset of the first responder. And so anybody could have done that. Anybody can do that, right? So you just have to make a choice to have the first responder mindset. There's 4 key aspects, and I'm going to address each one of these separately in a daily brief of becoming a first responder. The first one is readiness. Readiness. This is to basically choose and train the mindset of being a first responder instead of being a victim or someone who stands on the sidelines just with their camera, for instance. I mean, that's horrible. So we want to develop the mindset of being a first responder, of being able to maintain control in a crisis, to be able to choose the best actions that are going to either save lives or protect lives, and then take action, right? So that's readiness. The second is the response. Like, the readiness is all about training before the crisis happens. The response is what you do when the crisis happens. And then the third aspect is recovery, because a crisis takes a serious toll, right? It's less toll if it's just a momentary crisis, but if it's a crisis that lasts days, weeks, months, like COVID, then we need tools and practices to recover, to get back into balance. And then the fourth aspect is resiliency. How do we develop the mindset so that we're always ready? How do we always be able to respond and recover and maintain a resiliency so that we can do this time and time again? It's not a one-shot deal. So readiness, response, recovery, and resiliency. The 4, I guess you'd call those the 4 R's. You know how much I love my acronyms. Not that that's an acronym, but my cool little models. So these are the 4 R's of being a first responder. And we'll talk more about each one of those in a moment, or in the next briefs. Hoo-yah, Divine out.